Have you ever felt that deep, unsettling question echo within your soul? If true peace lies within, why must I engage with this chaotic world? It's a timeless query, one that Arjuna, the mighty warrior, wrestled with on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. His heart was heavy, his mind clouded by confusion, even after the initial tears had ceased. Krishna, he implored, his voice still tinged with bewilderment. If wisdom, this profound inner knowing, is truly superior to action, to the very act of fighting, then why are you compelling me to wage this war? This isn't just Arjuna's dilemma. It's a universal spiritual paradox that resonates deeply with every seeker on their journey. We yearn for stillness, for transcendence, yet life relentlessly pulls us into its currents. Krishna, the divine charioteer, responded with a smile that held the profound wisdom of the cosmos, a smile only truth can wear. He gently unveiled a fundamental spiritual teaching. Arjuna, there are indeed two distinct, yet equally sacred paths that lead to the ultimate liberation of the soul. He explained, one is the path of knowledge, or Jnana Yoga, perfectly suited for the contemplative thinkers, those who seek understanding through deep introspection and wisdom. The other, Krishna continued, is the path of action, or Karma Yoga, designed for the doers, for souls like you, Arjuna, whose very nature compels them to engage with the world. Both of these paths, he emphasized, are potent vehicles for spiritual growth and eventual freedom. However, a crucial spiritual caveat accompanies both. They lead to liberation only if walked without the heavy burden of ego, without attachment to the fruits of one's efforts. This teaching invites us to reflect on our own innate tendencies and discover the path that aligns with our deepest spiritual calling. Krishna then revealed a profound truth about our very existence. You cannot, my dear Arjuna, truly escape action. Even to sit in perfect stillness, to meditate deeply, the mind itself must act. The body may appear quiet, serene, but the ceaseless flow of thoughts, emotions, and subtle energies continues its work within. This isn't a limitation. It's the very nature of being. He pointed to an undeniable reality. No one, not even for a fleeting moment, can remain entirely without doing something. Life is a dynamic, ever-moving current. Our spiritual journey isn't about withdrawing from this flow, but rather learning how to navigate it with grace and purpose. Every breath, every thought, every interaction is an action, an opportunity for conscious engagement. This understanding liberates us from the misconception that spirituality means disengagement from the world. So, what then is the answer to this eternal dilemma? Krishna's guidance was clear, profound, and transformative. Do your work, fulfill your duties, but do so without attachment to the outcomes, without craving the rewards. This is the very essence of Karma Yoga, a path that transforms mundane tasks into sacred offerings. The truly wise, Krishna elucidated, perform their duties not for personal gain, not for recognition, but solely for the greater good of the world, for the welfare of all beings. He urged, let your action be a sacrifice, an offering to the divine, rather than a mere transaction driven by expectation. This profound shift in perspective redefines our relationship with work and life itself. This was the core teaching of Karma Yoga. Work as worship. Every task, no matter how small, becomes an act of devotion when performed with the right intention. Effort, without ego. Our actions flow from a place of service, not self-aggrandizement. Service without selfishness. We act for the benefit of others, understanding our interconnectedness. This path invites us to infuse every moment with spiritual significance, transforming our daily lives into a continuous spiritual practice. Krishna, with his divine insight, also offered a crucial warning to spiritual seekers. Beware of those hypocrites who outwardly renounce action with their words, proclaiming detachment, yet whose minds still crave the fleeting pleasures and recognition of the world. True spirituality, he implied, is an inner state, not an outward show. Better, he declared, is the one who works honestly, diligently, and with integrity, even in the midst of worldly engagement, than the one who merely pretends to be spiritual, whose inner state does not match their external declarations. This teaching emphasizes authenticity on the spiritual path. It reminds us that genuine transformation begins within, and true spiritual progress is reflected in our actions, not just our words. Arjuna was a warrior, born into a lineage of duty and valor. His spiritual path was not to flee from the war, to abandon his responsibilities, but rather to engage with them fully. Krishna guided him to fight with purpose, with unwavering clarity, and with absolutely no personal gain or attachment to the outcome. This was Arjuna's unique dharma, his sacred duty. This profound lesson extends to each of us. Our spiritual journey is deeply personal. It's about discovering our own unique dharma, our inherent purpose, and fulfilling it with conscious awareness. For some, it may be a path of quiet contemplation. For others, it's active engagement in the world. The key is to act from a place of inner alignment, not external pressure or personal desire. Krishna further explained the intricate mechanics of existence. All actions are born of nature's inherent qualities: sattva, goodness, purity; rajas, passion, activity; and tamas, inertia, darkness. He urged Arjuna, and by extension, all seekers, do not mistakenly believe that you are the sole doer. The truly wise act, knowing deeply that they are merely instruments, channels through which the divine will and nature's forces operate. This understanding liberates us from the burden of personal responsibility for outcomes and fosters a sense of surrender and trust. It allows us to act with full engagement, yet without the egoic attachment that often leads to suffering. Even the gods, Krishna revealed, act for the welfare of the world, demonstrating this principle of selfless action. I too act, Arjuna, Krishna affirmed, embodying the very truth he taught. Though I need nothing, though I'm complete in myself, I act so that the world may follow the right path, so that dharma may be upheld. This was not merely motivation, it was a profound instruction for living a spiritually aligned life. Do your work, Krishna commanded, not for the results, not for the applause, but because the work itself, when performed with dedication and detachment, is your most profound offering to the divine, your very act of worship. This transforms every moment of our lives into a sacred opportunity for spiritual growth and expression. This profound episode from the Bhagavad Gita brings us face to face with a deep, liberating truth. You cannot avoid life. You are inextricably part of its grand tapestry. But you absolutely can choose how you walk through it, how you engage with its challenges and joys. The problem is not the work itself, not the engagement with the world. The true spiritual challenge lies in our attachment to the outcomes, our craving for specific results, and our identification with the ego as the sole doer. A truly spiritual person is not someone who withdraws from the world, who does nothing. On the contrary, a spiritual person is someone who does everything, every task, every interaction, every moment, with profound clarity, with unwavering compassion, and with a deep sense of purpose. Krishna was not merely offering advice, he was radically redefining success. He shifted the focus from the external outcome to the purity of our inner intention, from what we gain to how we give. The path to lasting peace is not found in escaping the world, in abandoning our responsibilities, or in seeking refuge from life's demands. It is found in embracing action without attachment, in pursuing our purpose without pride, and in offering our efforts as a selfless contribution to the greater good. And in that transformative moment, as Krishna's words resonated deep within his being, Arjuna began to see. He began to understand that every single moment of his life, every action, every breath, could now become a conscious, deliberate step on his sacred spiritual path. Now, it's your turn. How will you embrace this wisdom in your own life? Share your reflections in the comments below. If this message resonated with your soul, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights, and share it with someone who might be seeking their own path to liberation. Let's walk this journey together, transforming every action into an act of devotion.